Hey, all right, everybody. Look, I got another box. Okay, so what's inside this box today? Well, it's the Engwe L20 3.0 Boost. So let's get it out of the box, have a look what's in the box, put the bike together, then we'll get back by here, right by here, and we'll have a look at the bike. Okay, so once you open the box, you're going to have other boxes within inside the box. There's that box there, that box there, that box there. Then there's the seat, then there's a front mudguard. Then it's the front wheel with 180mm discs, which is very nice. Let's have a quick look inside these boxes. Let me get my knife and open these up. Right, so in this box is the charger. And this charger looks way, way bigger than any of the other chargers I've had before. And it does say by there, Engwe flash charge. And if you turn it over like that, I don't know if you can see there, 54.6 volts at 8 amps. So that is a fast charger. So it's going to charge pretty fast. We got the pedals there, we got the side stand, we got some spanners and tools, we got some extra brake pads, nuts and bolts, and we got a little pumper there and a thing to protect the rear derailleur and the front axle by the looks of it. And then in this box here is the front stem for the handlebars. So that's what's in the boxes. The bike is by there. Let's put this bike all together. Now, in case anybody's wondering how you put the front handlebar stem thing on, you've got to undo this here, keep this bit and this bolt here, and this collar here, you've got to take this off. This collar here is just to hold these forks on during transit. So we'll take off this bolt here like so. I'll show you what I mean. I'll take that out of there like that, and you lift that off there. Keep that if you want to put it back in the box, but take that, get rid of that. Then you get the stem, this stem by here, like that. You put it on there, like so, like that. And then, if I can get it properly, the thing you took off by there, you plonk that back in there like that. I'm trying to do it with one hand, so bear with me. And then you put that in there like that. Try and find out where the bolt hole is, like so. Get rid of that like that, and then you do that up. You know what I mean. You do that up there like that, okay? That's how you do it. And you do it up tight, then you tighten them up. There we go. It's as easy as that. And here it is, all put together, the Engwe L20 3.0 Boost. So let's have a look what the bike is all about. Okay, so if we have a little bit of a closer look at the bike, you can see we've got the folding mechanism by here. If we go down by there, batteries housed in there. You've got the other folding mechanism there, charging port down by there. Then you've got the rear suspension as well as the front suspension. You've got the rack on the back there, and that says 25 kilograms max. Then you've got the nice big hub motor at the back by there, and a side stand. So this is what it looks like with me sitting on the bike. I'm 5'10", 178 centimeters or 1.78 meters. And you can see I'm completely upright. You have got adjustment on the handlebars there, plenty of adjustment on the seat, and it's very comfortable. A very comfortable riding position. If we look up here on the handlebars, we'll turn the bike on by there. Just hold that down like that for a few seconds. Comes on. Lovely colourful display. You've got your plus and minus. You've got information button. You've got your horn there. That is very, very loud. People will be jumping out of the way because that was very, very loud. You've got your hydraulic brake there. You've got your boost button right down by here. Can you see that? Let me just move that away a little bit. There's the boost button there. You've got your display over here, then you've got your 7-speed Shimano over there, and your other hydraulic brake. So looking down here at the brakes, 180mm discs in the front and the back, and hydraulic brakes, which is very, very nice. Then the wheels are 20 inches, and the tyres are 3 inches wide. Then looking down here at the front of the bike, if you hold the plus button down, the front light should come on. There we go, lovely bright front light. And I think the horn must be incorporated in that light. And if we go to the back here, if we look there, we've got the rear tail light. There is no brake light. There's no wires coming from the hydraulic brakes. So there's only a tail light, not a brake light. Okay then, there you go. That was a look around the bike. Now let's get it out on the old open road. Right, okay, here we are out on the old open road. Now, I'm on a different mountain. Well, I'm on the same mountain that I was on the last video, if that makes any sense. But I'm going back the other way. So it is a nice mountain to ride over, and I'm going to give this L20 Boost, L20 3.0 I should say, a run for his money now, because there's a big hill coming up by here, and when you press the boost button down here, boost does come up on the screen in front of you. It tells you that it's boosting. So it's sort of like, so normally you've got the 1 to 5 settings, and then that works like the torque sensor normally does. Then when you press the boost button, it's a little bit like when you've got a cadence sensor. So as long as you're turning the pedals around at a fairly fast pace, it sort of gives you full power from the motor in the back. So that's the way the boost, that's the way, the best way to describe it. So it's a bit like changing the torque sensor. A lot of flies flying about. It's a bit like changing the torque sensor to a cadence sensor, sort of. But you have got to keep a little bit of pressure on the torque sensor to keep it going, momentum. Now, round the corner by here, just by here, in a second, there's a lot of little flying insects. There's a big hill round by here now, so we'll see if the boost function can get me up this hill easy peasy. Now, I've been riding it for a few miles, so I know I'm not going to be surprised. It's definitely going to get me up this hill. So here we go, boost function on, like so. It kicks in like that. I'm in gear 4 at the moment. Let's go down to, well actually, it's all right in gear 4. Now this hill is very, very steep. It might not show on the camera, but it is very, very steep. Now, if you stop pedaling, it will cut out. A bit like a cadence sensor, I suppose, anyway. But I'm in gear 4, going up a very steep hill. So this boost function is fantastic. Now, the title of this video is the best legal 250 watt e-bike you could buy. And you might think that's a bit of a clickbait title, but this is a legal, technically, this is a legal 250 watt e-bike. And the boost function is just changing it from like a torque sensor into a bit more like a cadence sensor, if that makes any sense. So why would I say this bike is the best legal e-bike? Well, first of all, I just came up that hill. So easy, unbelievably easy. It was a piece of cake with the boost function on. It's still quite easy without the boost function on level assist 5, but with the boost function is easy peasy. So that's the first plus point. The second one is it's so comfortable. This is very, very comfortable. You're upright. You've got adjustment in the handlebars to go up and down. The seat is super squishy. We'll do the squish test a little bit later on. It's easy to get on and off, and it's got a rear rack. And also, it's got 3-inch wide tyres instead of 4-inch wide tyres, so it is easier to actually pedal because you've got less rotational mass on the wheels, if that makes any sense. So anyway, let's carry on my lovely ride on this e-bike across the rest of this mountain. Do you know what? I think I'm even going to put it as my, I'm going to say this is one of the best 250 watt legal e-bikes I've ever ridden. Now they do a pro version, but I haven't tested that one. That might be better than this one. I don't know. If Engwe does send me one, I'll test it straight away and I'll tell you if it's worth the extra money. But anyway, the sun is out and it's beautiful up here today. It's not as windy as it was last time. It's only a gentle breeze today, so that makes it lovely. Now the handlebars, they're nice and wide on this bike. They are fold in, but they are actually nice and wide. So you do feel quite stable on the bike. I mean, some of these fold-in handlebar bikes can have narrow handlebars, but these ones are lovely and wide, so they feel fantastic. There's, you know, the handling, it's lovely. You can go side to side. You feel very confident. You can do it one-handed. If you had narrow handlebars, it's very difficult to do one-handed, if you know what I mean. So that's a very good plus point. We've got the front and rear suspension, and we've got 180mm discs and hydraulic brakes, so we'll try them in a minute, but they do feel, they're very easy. You don't have to pull them very hard at all, and they give you very good braking. But we'll try them when we get to a hill or somewhere a bit faster on the other side of this mountain. So I'm still going uphill at the moment, but it's going to be downhill after I get up to that bit there in front of me. It's downhill all the way then, which is very, very nice. But like I said, this boost function, it does sort of lie in the legal requirements, I think, because it's just changing it from one type of pedal assistance to the other type of pedal assistance. Now, the nice thing about this e-bike is it's got bags of torque, loads of torque to get you up the hills. And that's the kind of e-bike I like. Now, when I unpacked this bike, I did show you the charge, which was 8 amps. And it does charge this battery really quickly. It's super fast because the battery is 13.8 amp hours. So you can see that the battery charges super duper fast, which is nice. It's very nice. You don't have to wait around for the battery to be charging. So it is super quick at 8 amps. So that's a nice little touch they put there with a faster charger. Now I'll get to the top here and I'll stop and I'll show you how squishy this seat is. And it's very squishy. We've got a cow here, he's come to say hello. Hello, cow. Hello. They were running down a mountain, I don't know why, but there we are, they're off on their way now. Right, the seat. So the seat on this bike is my hand there. You can see it's lovely and wide, squishy in the front, all squishy but there. Squishy, squishy, squishy. I'm telling you now, this seat is extremely comfortable. There's branded Engwe on the back there. It's squishy all the way around. It's a very comfortable seat. It's a very comfortable e-bike. I got the Engwe bag on the back there to carry my stuff. But it's a nice looking bike as well. So I'm liking this bike. I like the 3-inch wide tyres. I think I prefer them to the 4-inch wide tyres. It is a little bit easier to ride, better handling. So there we go. The seat passes the squish test. I'm going to give that seat 10 out of 10. That's how squishy and nice it is. Okay then, so let's have a look at the specs on the battery. So I got the key in here. We'll give it a bit of a turn. Flips open like that. Take it out like that. And on the back it says 48 volts and 13.5 amp hours or 648 watt hours. I'll bring the battery here so you can see like that. Hopefully it focuses on the back of the battery there. There we go. That's what the battery is all about. Right, okay. Big pile of cows in the front of me by here. Hope they're friendly cows. Let's see if I can get past them. They seem to be off the road, so it seems to be okay. Let's see if I can get past. There we go. It's a lot of cows. Hello? 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 This one's standing guard by her. Don't go buffing me off now. There we go. It's all right, cows. It's all right. There we go. That cow didn't like the bike. That car's got to try and get past all the cows now. They will move out the way. If you go close to them, they'll just gently plod out of the way. I wouldn't advise staying there in cows, but if you're walking, just walk past them. Don't try and be nice to cows, because sometimes some cows can get annoyed. Trust me, I know. I gotta say, it doesn't get much better than this. A lovely spring day on a fantastic e-bike. We've got the young little lambs in there. We've got the cows out. It's just lovely. It's a beautiful day on a beautiful bike. There's a car coming behind me, so I'm gonna tuck myself in by here, like so. Okay. Was that the same car? Did they turn round? I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on down here. It's mostly downhill now, so I don't have to do any pedalling at all. Okay, so the bike does fold up, so what I'll do, I'll drop that down. We'll drop this down by here. We'll drop the seat down by there, and then we'll undo that bit by there, and I'll fold it up, and I'll show you exactly what the bike looks like when it's folded up. That's what it looks like when it's all folded up. There we are, nice and compact. It has got a little foot down by there somewhere, right down by there. So that's what it looks like when the bike is folded. Oh, I said I'd test the brakes, didn't I? So let's get a straight bit. I don't want to do it on a corner where a car might come around the corner. Trying to find there's a bit of a straight road here, so let's test the brakes. Ready? We're doing about almost 15 miles per hour. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Oh! Them brakes are strong. That's very strong. I can't see the skid mark, but that's very strong. Very good brakes, that was. It pushed me forward off the bike, and it didn't lift up, which is good. So there we go. The brakes, fantastic. They do exactly what they're supposed to do, and they stop it really quickly. I was a branch sticking out there then. So you've got plenty of power, got good brakes, squishy seat, upright position, carry luggage on the back, slightly thinner tyres, which are better. It's just a great bike. Now, I was up here about 3 or 4 days ago, if you've seen my video on the MapFour Air, and I showed you the view in front of me by here. Now, the sun's in a different position. This is the afternoon, whereas on the other bike, it was in the morning. So I don't know if it's better or worse, but I'll show you. You should recognise this because I was up by here. I showed you that ruin there, which is like an old barn and an old tree there, and mountains up that way there with some sort of transmitter on top of the mountain. Then we got that way down there, and then there's the bike there, looking nice, and there's the view from here at the moment. And it is some lovely views up here. But if you watched my other video the other day, you would have seen this view with the sun in a different position. So I don't know how much of a difference that makes. So if you can see down that way a little bit more down there. Plenty of mountains down that way. It is a nice place to be, except for the electric pylons. They sort of spoil the view just a little bit, don't they? Anyway, let's jump on back on this bike here. We'll jump on there and we'll carry on with my journey. Not far to go now, and it's downhill all the way. Right, I've been on this bike for quite a while now. I think I've done about 10 miles altogether. I did about 3 or 4 miles before I started recording, because I just wanted to get a feel for the bike and bed the brakes in before I did a brake test. Now, if you want to see me do any longer sort of range test videos, or any long videos driving around the mountain, put it down in the comment section down below and let me know. Now we're coming to the end of the mountain road, but here it's going to come back onto the busy roads, if you know what I mean, which is a bit of a shame, because I could ride this bike for miles and miles. That's how comfortable it is. But unfortunately, I've run out the mountain road for the moment, so we've got to go back into civilization. But it's a super comfy bike, I gotta say. Very comfortable. Right, okay then, there we go. That's my review of the Engwe L20 3.0 Boost. And what a great bike. All the links will be down in the description below. And if you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ahoy!